I don't even know if that thing's actually in or if I deleted that from the database. Oh, there it goes. Oh, this is going to take too long because of the way that was set up. Forget about it. This thing is actually running really fast. It's just, I didn't do this right. Forget it. So export, whatever it is I want to export, I just specify, I can say export from this row, which would be like 1, to this row, which would be like, whatever it is. And there's the folder it goes to. And when I do, there we go, air Jenny uniques from 1 to 50,000, so I know exactly what it is. And and so I could really go from 10,001 to 50,000. That way it would say 10,001 to 50,000. I know it's the second run. And I export, and there it is. And that file, you want to see what that file looks like? Take a look at this. This thing is ready. There's the ID column. There's the header row. It's all the way you would think it is, and it's literally ready for you to upload to CSPPC and whatever. That's the way it is. It's done. It's ready. And so, let me get rid of this one again. And there's just so much stuff going on. It's insane. Let me see. One note. Buying. You guys gotta know this. If you go to get this right now, you have to understand this because this is important. You know how we kept holding off raising the price? We've been talking about it forever and a day, but we haven't done it. This is going from $14.95. We always say it's going up to $24.95. We came out with a date. We are starting our webinar series over everything here on either Tuesday. Well, no, it's Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, mark down your calendars. And by that I mean November 16th. November 16th, 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. Pacific, And that's going to be our first huge big time chat over this. So make sure to sign up for that webinar. And the next day, based on the fact that happened, this thing goes to $24.95. No cutbacks or fallbacks for anyone we haven't already identified and isolated that with up till now. Okay, and you guys know who you are. The guys that we said, okay, we'll go ahead and give you room. It's already happened. For whatever reason, guy working with a partner, and then this goes to $24.95, and there you have it. It's $1,000 more for the exact same thing. Get in now, because this line here, the production line, this whole thing where you could have generated the files and passed it off to the next guy and earned your, earned your $100 or so just for that, really. That is possible, and that's only from people in the system and get in and do all the stuff that they're supposed to do. But anyway, this right here, I could take my file and upload it to the next person it goes to because I know my job. I know where I work in this whole thing. I know what I'm supposed to do, and I can get the thing done and send it to the person. The next person to pick it up, and I can mark my tasks off as 100%. I just made money. I made money sitting here in the house, and I didn't even have to find the client. The client came in through the Salesforce. The sales manager will be training whoever wants to sell, all right? And in the meantime, the mentors will be training their own specialists. And so you get in, get the system, go through the course, start doing your own runs for yourself, and you show them to us and fill out the form. There's one in the forms. And you just fill it out when you're ready, and we'll evaluate your work. Now, that's cool because we already have enough people to fill one production line. That's 43 people have already done that, and they're ready to go, and we're ready to pump them in. We have something like 45 people that have done that, probably more by now. I haven't checked with Michael in a while on the latest stats, but like I say, one run at those numbers, either we add more people all the way throughout or we clone the line. Whatever it means that at those numbers we can only do 10 runs a week, but we're staring at the potential for 100 runs a week within a couple of weeks. I mean, it's huge. And so the amount you can make, and yes, we'll take Thanksgiving off. Yes, we'll take Christmas off, New Year's. We'll take a chunk of time off. That's to be expected. Don't feel like you're going to have to give anything up. You don't have to work certain hours. You specify your hours of availability. If we have to kind of go around you because you're available at some weird time, then you'll just get less work. But if somebody's ready and they get their file up and you're right there, boom, it goes to you because you're right there and you're ready, But what we normally do is just rotate through the people. If there's 3 or 5 people, then they get every third or fifth run. If it's 10 or 15, then that's fine because guess what? There's going to be so many runs coming in that still, if we got, for example, 50 runs in a week, and you got every fifth, that's 10. If you got paid like 100 to 200 an hour, and say you got paid 300, it was like 150 per hour times two is 300. We got people getting paid more than that per run. But if you got $300 for every run and you did 10 in a week, there's 3 grand. Talk about Christmas. Not only did you pay the $24.95 back for the system if you get it later, all right, but you still have like an extra $500 for Christmas presents, and we still have more work for you to do, which takes like an hour or two, all right, because our clients right now, I mean, we have so many people biting at the bit to start. And I'll bet a lot of them are doing it because they're selling Christmas presents or because they want to get something going on. Everybody has a Christmas special to put out. Heck, even insurance companies. Everybody says, hey, Christmas special, get this free evaluation, da 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 da. We'll knock $50 off your first month. I don't know. Something like that. So it's a big deal. We got huge markets. We got so much stuff to teach you about where we're at right now. One more thing. For those of you wanting to sell WMS, talk about the ease of selling it when we have a running production line. You're going to be able to log in when you're a person that's working on here and you're actually in the back. You can log in, kind of show them a little snapshot or two of what you do, that kind of thing. It's a big deal. And when guys are getting paid that well, what do you think happens? They run and tell their neighbor. Guess what? I know you're having a tough time at work. Things are tough, but the reality check is, man, you have to get in. You have to buy this thing, but I will mentor you through it. Here's me making a lot more, knowing that people are getting qualified and put on the lines because the runs are coming in, and you'll be there. Next thing, anybody who stops and says, well, I don't know, really, can you actually support that that's going to happen? Let me tell you this. We have, like I said, like 45 people pounding in now. And these guys are the supervisors. All right, we've thought this stuff through. We're getting feedback, efficiencies, new R&D concepts, new ideas for whole new lines, not based on WordPress at all, to upsell clients on. We have a sales manager who trains a sales force. We have a content developer degree teaching at Cornell. Or taught at Cornell. And we have so much going, and she's moving from New York over here because she's going to be close to this process and she's all about it. And then she's going to be teaching her. We've thought this stuff through so much. We have so many people involved that are experts at what they do that there's no way for this to fail. Already, so many of our guys have been selling Mowg runs left and right. Now we're just making it possible for all those guys who could only sell a couple a month and work all month to support it and then take a month off and leave so much money on the table. I mean, it stunk when you could sell 2 runs a month and maybe you got 30K for it, but it took you all month. You pounded away and you were exhausted. Now the next month, 2 more people want to pay you $15,000 each, but you're like, I just can't do it. I got to take a month off. You solved the money problem already. You got 30 grand lying in the bank. Now people want to hand you money, but that's not your concern anymore because you're thinking, I'm tired. I worked for a month straight and I'm tired. And you say, I'm going to take a month off. So you leave money on the table uselessly. What if you could sell these runs and you pocketed somewhere between 5 and 10 grand per run or something like that, 5 grand per run. But you could sell these things every other day, every third day, because that's what our people can do if they ever could. And you could sell 10 of these runs for 20K and it would just take you like a couple hours each. And just for the time you put in and being with the content developer on the phone with the client, going over the stuff, this is kind of for show, but it's part of the salesman's job. It's easy. I'll let the sales manager explain all. But the point is, you can pocket 20K without having done anything, basically. You don't do any of the work. And yes, you could sell more. Is it possible to sell these things each day? Put 5 grand in your pocket each day? And make like 150 grand on them? Yeah. What happens if one of your clients is an SEO company and he wants to come in with 20 runs of his own or 30 runs of his own? He's a website marketing company. He's somebody who has a co-op where they want to buy a couple of runs from you to be selling to their guys on co-op programs, or they're an MLM program owner and they're like, what can I do for my affiliates? And you're like, well, we can create unique pages that can be put to each of their folders so that whenever sales come through any one of those guys, it can be tracked to them and they bought that stack of pages and so they get the sale. And the MLM site owner's like, great, so I can sell them the pages and then when sales come in, they get their affiliate cut. Yes. Things, and then how many can you do comes out of that. It's amazing. And so we have so much going on. It's not like it's going to fail. It's only a question of, can we handle the growth?